so we made it to our first car meet with the CRX. It's pretty crazy. We got everything stuffed in here. Everyone already just borrowed all the tools. Fixed Kyle's car, Jamie's car, everything's working again. They're messing with stuff. This is their first test drive. They did a little putz around, but they brought them down to the meet tonight. And it's pretty awesome. I'm excited. Got the hatch. Jamie's car. It's nuts, man. And the CRX all in the same place. And it's not the shop. That's pretty awesome. So we're gonna go around, check out some cars, and
yeah, there's some sick ones here.
It's gonna be awesome.
Jamie, there's some neons down at the end. Woo! Just for you.
Just for you.
Probably.
He probably knows it. Yeah. All right, guys. So we've got the CRX in here on Kyle's lift. Pretty cool. We made it down to Florida. We're in the shop working on the CRX on Kyle's lift. They're off at the dyno, tuning the hatch, as you guys saw from his videos, I'm sure. He's all-wheel drive now, got that thing going. We went to a meet the other night. We're getting these things all sorted out, and I've had some cooling issues. But I noticed one of my radiator fans had the bolts rattle loose and fell down, and I've just had a bunch of little bugs. The radiator in the back, I had a plug in where the overflow would be, like, because it does have a cap on it and it overflow, but the plug wasn't good enough, so it was leaking a little bit out of the cap. So we're looking at a different radiator that Jamie brought me today. So it doesn't have a cap on it. It's got dash 16s on it, so we'll probably have to get some dash 16 push lock, push on ends. It's right here, this guy right here. So this guy, nice little core, Mishimoto core that some guys put some end tanks on that'll do really well. Fits good right in that slot. I picked up an extension cord so that we'll be able to charge and have stuff plugged in on the generator. Bunch of little stuff. I did just do an oil change. I want to get a new filter, another filter now, because I used the filter I had packed. So I'll get a filter and then pick up like 2 quarts of oil, because I have perfectly enough quarts to do one more oil change left, but I want to have 1 or 2 more quarts than that. So at the track, because there's gonna be blow by, I'm gonna need to add a half a quart, add a quart here and there, so I should have more than just another amount for a change. Yeah, it's getting really close, guys, down to the wire. It's Friday now. I got a bunch of stuff figured out, bolt checked everything. I need to find 1 bolt for the transmission. I lost one of those. I'm tightening up the shroud right now. I had to take the slave off to get the shroud off, so I had to put that back on. It's coming along really well. It's close. I got oil in it. Need to do the radiator stuff, and then we'll get water in it. We'll get the coolant out of it. It's already most of the way out of it, but we'll get the rest of the way out of it. I got the stuff for the C-clips and to put the cowl all on, so we're gonna do that. I need to do that, so I'll start with the cowl, and then I'll do everything else. But it's coming together. I'm pumped. All right, so we've adapted the cooling system. We now have a line going from the top of the swirl pot, so it's going the other way around. It's going from the heater, where the heater hose would be. Warm air, warm water is going from this line down to the radiator, and then it's going to be coming back into the top of the swirl pot and through the radiator, and then back into the system, cooling the block more efficiently, instead of having them both the water pumps pumping into the block together and fighting each other going into the block, with there being pressure from this one filling it and then back onto it. We got that all situated, and then Wyatt got the Wyatt got the radiator in the rear all mounted for me, and thing in there super nice and clean. So I got to get a fan on there and wire it up, but it looks really good, and I'm pumped. This thing has got 2 really big radiators now. I mean, 2 radiators that guys run as radiators. Like this one people would just use as a radiator, and that one people would just use as a radiator. Like full radiators now. I mean, Kyle and Jamie both have pretty much one just the size of this, both stock size radiators. This one isn't small, this one isn't small, but one of my fans did fall down, and so I did only have half the fan power during the drive at night. During the drive of the day, I was able to keep it around 211, 213, but at night, 222 with the only one fan on there, and the pressure, the back pressure, the heat soak of the water, everything. It was just a battle. So we've got almost it all fixed up. We need to do a few things with the lines tomorrow, weld a few more things onto the radiator, and it's gonna be so cool. I'm so pumped. First thing I gotta wake up, find that stuff, and then get this thing done so Kyle can bring his onto the lift.